Hi, it's Maxine here. Today I'm going to talk to you about a programme that I watched quite recently by David Attenborough, and it was part of the Perfect Planet programme. And he did an article about fire ants in the Amazon rainforest, and it made me think about how we can work as a population more closely together going forward. So it was about fire ants, and in the rainy season, where the fire ants live is flooded, and their homes are lost basically. And what they do to survive is they collectively come together and form a raft. So it's got like a cushion of air underneath the ants, which allows them to flow down the river to safety and create a home elsewhere. And it made me sort of think about the world that we're living in at the moment. We live in a very competitive world, and it made me sort of think this is what we should be doing as human beings. So what they do is there's hundreds and hundreds of fire ants that come together, and they put the queen ant in the middle so they protect her and the larvae. And I had this great footage of some of the ants around the edge that were sort of falling off the raft. The ants came together and saved each of them. So if they'd have been working on their own, they would have lost their lives because they would have been flooded. But by working together collectively, it saved their lives and enabled them to live somewhere else. And it just made me feel really inspired and hopeful for our future. So there's massive changes going on in the world at the moment. There's massive planetary changes happening at an energetic level as well. And it just made me think, yeah, we could collectively work together to achieve so much more in the world going forward. And we're not really brought up to think that we are all connected, but actually we are all connected. So our energy doesn't stop at the surface of our skin. We've got an aura of energy all around us. And that aura of energy is connected to other people's auras. We're all made of energy. We seem to be solid beings, but actually we're just completely made of energy, as is everything in the planet. And we're all connected. And the fire ant analogy just made me feel that if going forward we can all pull together and work together and survive whatever's thrown at us, that change in approach can just make the world a better place. So if we all come together and achieve so much more than we can if we just work as individuals. There's been a lot of fear and a lot of control over the last year in the world, and that's led to a lot of issues for a lot of people, feeling isolated, and we're sort of forced to be isolated. But actually we need to work collectively to create a more peaceful and harmonious life. And watching the film footage really warmed my heart and made me think, yeah, we've got this natural consciousness. What's telling the ants to do that? What's telling the ants to work together and to tell them that they can save themselves by moving downriver and creating this raft? But there is this natural consciousness that naturally brings us together. And so I'm really encouraged to think that that's what we can do as a human race going forward. So I'm going to be a fire ant, and hopefully you're going to join me on my raft as we create a better, more harmonious and peaceful future going forward. I look forward to seeing you there.